Welcome to the monthly meditation. This is Deborah and David Shea, and we are so glad that you are tuning in to listening to this month's meditation. And as we always do, before we start, let us go inward and clear our minds and center ourselves and prepare ourselves for the meditation to follow. So go ahead and close your eyes and go within and set your intentions for what you would like to receive during this month's meditation. When you are ready, bring yourself back to this place, centered and grounded, with your open and your mind wide open, ready to receive what the divine has for you.
Welcome, this is David, and Deborah and I are so happy you are here. The title of this meditation is Elevated Life Path, Transitions. We recently experienced the Transcending the Earthly Plane meditation, where we anchored our being and body to transcend beyond physical needs and realities. This helped shift us toward achieving our own transcendence and advancing beyond the ordinary limitations of our previous earthly existence. It also enabled us to instinctively navigate the transitions happening to us at this time. Now, as we experience and surmount this challenging but rewarding time, we are also transitioning into the energies of the Golden Age of Enlightenment. It is a personal enlightenment that allows us to dwell in peace, love, and harmony with Mother Earth and our fellow humans, even when the stormy winds of life prevail. This move toward enlightenment is paralleled with a state of worldly transition for both us and our soul group. Normally, our earthly transitions happen in expected ways, such as finding a new job, home, friends, hobbies, and so forth. However, in these times of ever-increasing frequencies of energies inpouring upon the earth, these transitions can include the cleansing of Mother Earth, sudden and wildly unexpected types of spiritual growth, and dramatic shifting of our life path, or path shifting, or even possibly leaving this physical plane. Because of the transitions that are happening to us and all around us, we realize that things feel different. Old energy patterns and connections are waning, as new, finer and higher vibrational energy patterns and connections are being made, almost continuously. This may leave us feeling ungrounded and unsure of ourselves. We may not know what the next step or phase is for us. With this in mind, as we allow ourselves to connect with these new energies, both our physical and energetic bodies are being changed. Because of this, we are naturally being propelled into the next step of our spiritual growth and enlightenment. Again, this is happening both to us, or within us, and around us. These energies also act like a spiritual catalyst that increasingly enable us to live from our Christ self, our true self. Knowing all of this, there are a few things that we can do to foster this elevated transition process to make it easier. First, acknowledge, then accept that we are in transition. Then, put out our intentions out to the divine and universe of what we want, with a focus on how we want our life to feel. Using our feelings in this way is very helpful when we are unsure of what it is that is for our highest good, or even what it is we really want. Be willing to let go of old ways of being, beliefs, thoughts, people. Think of them as how we used to be. Allow ourselves to receive the incoming higher frequency crystalline energies by accepting the transitions in our life that are part of their gift to us. As things begin to happen, do not resist what is occurring in our life. Allow the process to flow and unfold in ways that may feel uncomfortable and outside of our control. Ask for help or guidance, and realize that the requested insights may come directly from the divine and our guides, or even from friends, family, possibly strangers. Intend on remaining centered in our heart center, the Christ self-center, so that we may radiate joy and love to others, which will be reflected back to us, multiplied and magnified. Finally, as these transitions happen, be focused upon what we know as being true for us, rather than accepting what others say is valid, which is very easy for us to have happen. As we allow ourselves to flow with the transition or transitions that are happening within us, the direction and activities of both our outer worldly and spiritual life will naturally flow and unfold into their new, higher order and for our highest good. During this meditation, you will be going to your special place of beauty, where you will spend some time enjoying its fragrance and splendor. From there, you will go to the sacred circle, which acts as a portal where you may see or visit any place in creation. You will then step into the sacred circle, where you will be lifted to a higher plane or dimension, an abode of solace, a homing place for your soul. There, you will connect and commune with your high self. Once connected to your high self, you will then connect and commune with the divine. The divine will show you the transitions happening within your being and with your inner and outer earthly life, which has been accelerated for those who experienced the Transcending the Earthly Plane meditation. Then, the divine will ask if you are ready to acknowledge and accept that you are in a state of transition, because this is a choice. The divine will then encourage you to let go of any old ways of being, beliefs, thoughts, people, and so forth that are not part of this elevated transition happening in your life. You will be encouraged to think and feel about them as how you used to be. As you embrace your being's ongoing process of transition, you will be shown many of the new and higher life pathways that are available to you right now, as well as some of the others that are yet to unfold. Then, the divine will place you in a scenario where you see, experience, and feel one of your new life paths that are part of this period of transition. It may, in fact, be a path that you are currently on. You will be given some time to fully feel being on the life path that is part of your being's state of transition. As this is happening, numerous angels and light beings will surround you to offer insights, help, or guidance. Thereafter, the divine will ask you, what else do you want in your new life path? You will then be shown, then participate in the divine visualizations of the possibilities yet unknown to you for your life path. Finally, as you affirm your choice to follow the pathways shown to you by the divine, all of the atoms and cells of your body will then be transformed so you may receive higher frequency crystalline energies that are part of these pathways of transition into your Golden Age of Enlightenment. You will then spend some time to further feel the energies and to see and experience some of the elevated life paths of your true being and soul's high path. Before we go into meditation, Deborah's going to share with you the chant that we're going to do in our special place of beauty. So here is Deborah.
The chant we will be doing during our special place of beauty is Ananda Hum. Ananda Hum is an ancient Sanskrit mantra that can be repeated silently as a focus of meditation, or it can be chanted aloud. Its translation is, I am bliss, or happiness is my true nature. The Ananda Hum mantra is used as a mantra to help us reconnect with our own blissful and joyful nature. It removes the distractions of a distinct and separate sense of self and helps us to awaken to the transcendent happiness of our existence. So the chant goes like this. Anandaham, Anandaham, Anandaham. So when I start chanting it during the special place of beauty, just join in and imagine joyfulness, the light of joy flowing into your being and totally enveloping yourself in joy from the divine.
Go ahead and find yourself a comfortable position. Relax as you sit comfortably. Your energy flows more smoothly if your legs and arms are not crossed. Of course, the lotus position is just fine. With your eyes closed, inhale deeply and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. Remember to breathe normally in between deep breaths. Feel your body begin to relax. Any tension just flows away. Inhale deeply again and hold your breath. Then exhale with a sigh. You become aware of the joy, peace, and calm that completely surrounds you. Tranquility permeates your being. Inhale deeply one more time and hold your breath. And when you are ready, exhale with a sigh. Feel yourself going deeper as your body begins to tingle. As each muscle relaxes, you are infused with a sense of soothing and permeating calmness. Feel the warmth of blood filling the capillaries and spreading throughout your body. I am going to count backward from 15 to 1 as you go even deeper. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Feel yourself going deeper and deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now extremely relaxed, safe, secure, and comfortable. Your body is floating in a state of complete calm and peace. Imagine yourself in a special place of beauty. You might be wandering through a forest, smelling the scent of the trees, tiptoeing through an enchanted jungle, rambling along a quiet stream, exploring the mountain tops, walking by the ocean and feeling the sand beneath your feet, or sitting quietly in a beautiful meadow, inhaling the sweet aroma of wild flowers.
Anandaham, 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 Anandaham.
Once more, you become aware of yourself in your special place of beauty. Your attention is drawn to a large sacred circle, a short distance from where you are. You go over to see it up close. As you look upon its impeccable design, you become aware that it serves as both a holographic viewing area and a portal that you can use to see and visit other places and realms. A large misty sphere begins to form in the middle of the circle. Faint at first, it slowly becomes more and more like a dense fog that glows with a mystical energy. It calls to you to enter into it. As you step into the circle, you feel your energies of your being start to quicken. Then to raise in frequency and intensity. You feel as though you are moving upward, higher and higher through the layers and octaves of the higher etheric planes. As you move higher and higher, your body begins to feel lighter and lighter. Your being feels as though it has risen to such a height that time and space no longer feel the same. You have entered the higher plane of your natural being, one of the homing places of your high self. It feels serene and blissful, a place where you can drop all of your outer facades and let them fall away into the mist. You can be your true self here, unencumbered by the forces operating at the level of your earthly existence. It takes a few moments for your senses to become accustomed to this higher plane, this unique place. Take a look around and explore this higher vista. Suddenly, a being appears before you. You realize that it is your high self, your being's connection with the divine, your God self. You have a burning desire to connect with your high self, that magnificent being of light, of your higher nature. Energetic lines of light begin to flow from the body of your high self and connect to the corresponding place on your body. You notice that as you are being connected to your high self, you are being filled with intense white light. Allow the connecting lines to continue to form until the process stops on its own. You are now completely connected to the high self and radiating brilliant white light. The energetic lines allow you to communicate through the many connections to your high self. These energetic connections between your body and your high self are there to support your spiritual growth and keep you continuously grounded and emotionally centered. You are filled with joy, happiness, and peace. Take a few moments to commune with your high self. You become aware that a brilliant golden light is streaming into your heart center and then begins to fill your whole being with brilliant golden light. This golden light is the light of blessing and love from the divine. Take some time to fully absorb this radiant golden light and feel the divine presence. The divine then shows you the elevated life path transitions happening now within your being and with your inner and outer earthly reality, which has been accelerated for those who experience the Transcending the Earthly Plane meditation. Observe what is being shown. The divine then asks, with all that you have been shown, are you ready to acknowledge and accept that you are in a state of transition? Because this is a choice. Recognizing that this transition in your life is already happening, you naturally answer yes. The divine says, so that you may fully transition to the higher pathways awaiting you, set your intentions to let go of any old ways of being, patterns, beliefs, thoughts, people, and such, that are not part of the elevated transition happening in your life. Think and feel about them as how you used to be. And know that I am here to help you let go of all that does not serve your highest good and my will for you. Now that old ways of thinking, feeling, and patterns of life have been released, you can now keenly feel and sense how your being's process of transition to elevated life pathways has been happening for some time. The divine says, I am well pleased at your self-awareness. As you embrace your being's ongoing process of transition, the divine shows you many of the previously unrevealed higher life pathways that are available to you right now, as well as some of the others that will be available in times to come. The divine asks, would you now like to experience one of the life paths that are part of this period of transition? Without hesitation, of course you say yes. A scene begins to form before you, rendering one of the life paths awaiting you. It may be one that you are currently on. In the next moment, you find yourself immersed in the scene. All of your senses are heightened. You can now see, experience, feel, and sense every element of this elevated life path of transition as it swirls, embraces, and fills you with its rich panorama of sights, sounds, peoples, activities, and many, many purposes. At the same time, you are aware that you are currently surrounded by numerous angels and light beings that have come to assist you in fully understanding and experiencing this elevated life path. As you participate in the scene, allow yourself to be fully immersed in what is happening as you become aware of the hidden aspects of this life path. The divine says, spend a few moments experience being filled to overflowing with what awaits your earthly unfoldment. The scene slowly fades. Then, to your surprise, the divine asks, what else do you desire in your new life path? Out of nowhere, unexpected ideas, visualizations, thoughts, and feelings flow out from you as possible life paths that you inwardly desire. Then, another scene begins to form. As before, the divine places you in the scene containing some of those visualizations you desire. You see, experience, feel, and sense the possible life path or paths that were only aspirations a few moments ago. As the scene fades, you feel the inner intention and affirmation to follow the elevated life paths of transition that await you, as they fill your heart with joy and fulfillment. With that affirmation of intention, all of the atoms and cells of your body are transformed by the divine, so that you may receive the higher crystalline energies that are part of these elevated pathways of transition and your golden age of enlightenment. Now spend some time seeing, experiencing, sensing, and feeling the elevated path of transition that you are now firmly on. It is almost time to leave. You become aware of yourself once again in the sacred circle. Thank the Divine for propelling you firmly on your elevated life path of transition that sets forth your being's greater experience in its Golden Age of Enlightenment. This meditative initiation has also accelerated you into a fuller realization of your true self, your Christ self. When you are ready, project yourself back to the outer world, feeling free and released, aligned, centered and grounded, and resonating with your life plan, living each day in the eternal now. You are aware of the guidance and wisdom in your life. You are filled with a sense of peace, love, joy, and harmony. When you are ready, return gently to the outer world. For those of you who like to journal, go ahead and stop this recording, make any notes, jotting down any details, and when you are ready, you can start it again. Now, before we go out back into the world, or even interacting with our family members, it's important that we protect ourselves because our auras, our energetic fields become very expanded when we're in meditation, even beyond our own knowing. I call it being poofy, but I borrowed that from a friend. I may have told you that in the past. This is really simple, and most of you know this already, but for those that haven't experienced this process, we're going to walk you through it. Imagine now a bubble of light that you're surrounded by, above your head, beneath your feet, at the width of your aura. However wide you see your aura, that's how big the bubble is. Now, imagine, intend, see that bubble filled with white light from high above, from infinity, filling both the bubble and your body with white light, brilliant white light, the light of protection, the light of love, sometimes referred to as the Christ light. Nothing of a discordant nature or negative nature can touch it. Any negative energies coming from anyone or anything, even the surroundings of certain places, will just bounce off or dissolve. Now imagine a thin layer of indigo blue on the outside of this bubble. It can be however thick you see it, that's the proper thickness. Indigo blue is an extra layer of protection. It is known as the spiritual armor of light. Wonderful. Now imagine a shaft of light starting at the level of your heart, or your heart chakra, however you see that, the width of your aura, going down through your feet and anchoring in the center of the earth. Beautiful Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. This grounds us and keeps us centered in our daily activities, keeps us able to function on the earthly plane. It also has the added benefit that as discordant energies or emotional baggage, as we often refer to it, naturally come up after we've been meditating like this, it gets pulled into the earth, absorbed and transmuted into light by Mother Earth. Now imagine beautiful Mother Earth energy coming up through the shaft, into your feet, into your body, and swirling around, further connecting you with Mother Earth, keeping you centered, grounded, and focused in all that you do. Once more, imagine another shaft of light at the width of your aura, starting at the level of your heart chakra or heart, going up through your head, through the layers of your being, traversing through the center of the universe, and anchoring in the center of creation. See it, visualize it, intend it, and it will happen. Intention alone will make this happen. This keeps us connected to the etheric realm, to our guides, the angels, the archangels, the light beings, basically to our higher guidance, to the divine. This allows us to be spiritually centered and connected, both consciously and non-consciously, throughout the day, guided in the moment to make decisions, even beyond our own conscious knowing. Now imagine a shaft of light coming down through that connection, traversing through the center of the universe, going down through the layers of your being, through your crown chakra on the top of your head, flowing down and mixing and swirling around with the earth energies, gently flowing down through your feet into the earth to be gently absorbed by beautiful Mother Earth. Again, these shafts or connections allow us to be connected to Mother Earth and grounded, centered, and simultaneously connected to our higher guidance, our high self, the divine, the angels, the etheric realm, guided in the moment in all that we do. This is the walk of the masters, being guided by our highest spiritual guidance from all who we connect with, at the same time grounded so that we can operate at the earthly plane. And now we thank the guides, the angels, the archangels, the light beings, beings that are beyond our knowing. There are so many of them that many of the etheric and esoteric writings, the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, or Gita as it's known for short, and many other sacred texts don't even know about. You may see them in meditation. These wondrous beings are there. When they show up, they're there to help. We just thank them all for being present and guiding us in this time, in this meditative time of spiritual awakening. Now, as we prepare to go back out in the world, we just are so thankful that we're on this elevated life path of transition that we've been on without our conscious knowing, without our full conscious knowing. Let me put it that way. We may have been aware, but so much is happening at so many levels and aspects of our being. And we're just so thankful for that. And now, before we go, Deborah will play her instrument here for all of us in closing. Until next time, blessings, light, and love from Deborah and myself. Namaste.